Alright, part 3 here. So I got that dash pod and everything off, all the springs and all that stuff. We're good. So now we're going to take the air horn off, and before I do that I'm going to take this carb stud out. That's just a 1/2 inch. And it looks like the nut is part of a stud on this, so this is the factory stud. If yours has been monkeyed with, oh my god, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. It was tighter than I thought it was going to be. If yours has been messed with, it'll probably be an aftermarket one with a Loctite on it, so you have to grab onto the stud itself with like a vice grips. Probably wreck it when you pull it out, but that is what you're looking at, and that's a pretty neat looking deal, isn't it? I've never seen one quite like that before. Should we put it in the bag? So, this surprised me. I looked at this a little bit before I started this video, and there's actually only 4 screws holding this air horn on, and you'd think, being as big as it is, there'd be some more like underneath upside down, but there's not. It's just these 4. There's not even any that I can see down in the bore here. It's just these 4 flatheads. So I'm gonna do that quick. Take these off. This is the serial number. You don't want to lose that, because if I got the wrong carb kit, that's the only way that I'm gonna know which one's the right one to get. So let me take these off, and we'll see what it looks like in the float body here. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to make note of. This is more for myself than it is for anyone else. But I noticed that here on this choke pull off, there's like a little, I don't know if you'd call that a gasket inside there. So when I move this, it moves with it. And you can actually see on the side of the carburetor that there's a little piece of gasket material, probably nylon, in between these 2 ridges here and here that moves with this rod here. See that? So I want to make sure when I put this air horn back on, it looks like you have to sandwich this here plastic thing in between those 2 ridges. So let's get this air horn off, huh? Okay, just give it one sturdy little... Alright, now that comes off. Come on, come on, come on. Perfect. Oh, there's no... I was expecting some air bleeds coming off of this like a quadrijet, but that's just flat, isn't it? Wow, look at that. So there's your gasket. That actually looks really good for being a 30-plus-year-old deal on there. So that's what that looks like underneath it, sorry. Pretty simple. It's going to be pretty easy to clean this, I'll tell you what. Look at that. The gasket's even peeling off nice and smooth. Good deal. Good deal. I'll put that up there. So in here, there's your float. Still looks like that's in good shape. Got a little bit of rust in the bowl. Not as much as it looks like, though, apparently. There's your Venturis, and looks like this thing comes off. That's kind of on there crooked, see that? I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or if it's just, doesn't really matter how that goes on. This is that little plastic thing I was talking about on the choke. Looks like it needs to be right in there between them 2 deals, and it just sort of falls out, I guess. I'll take that off camera. I'm probably going to do the choke off camera because it's going to require a lot of focus. So expect this to be off in the next video, but looks like this is all pretty self-explanatory here. Just your little needle and seat. That's really stuck in there. that's really stuck in there. This the rod that holds the float in there is not wanting to come out. I'll have to grab a pick and try to force it to come. But there's a needle and seat. I'm not going to adjust this float. I'm not going to mess with this float. I might spread out the carb cleaner, but like I said, everything on this worked great as it was, so I'm really going to try my hardest not to mess with it. But yeah, look at all this carbon buildup in here. Other than that, I mean, look at that. Other than that, this thing looks like it's in pretty good shape. I've seen a lot worse than this on certain carburetors that shall not be named. So let me get the pick for that, and I'll see if I can get it out for you guys so we can see what that seat looks like. Okay, so this is not what I was looking for. It turns out that the Craftsman generic picks from Harbor Freight don't have as sharp of a bend in it as the snap-on ones do that I have at work, but obviously we don't have those right now, so I'm just gonna sort of give it some love taps here and see if I can get this to come with two hands. Oh, I see the problem here. Okay, so see this little wire thing on the sides of it there? It's actually, there's a ridge on that seat, and we need to take this pick and pull it past the ridge there. See that down in there? See how that is? I don't think this one's gonna have the ability to do it. Well, shit. Hang on a second. There, got it. So now this should just lift up. That's better. Okay, there is your float. Standard carb float, really, I think. Quite the assembly we've got here. It's not rusty or anything like that. I don't see any holes. Looks pretty neat. Looks pretty in good shape. Look at that needle too. This is actually in really nice shape. That's not gummed up at all. This car was taken care of. So there's that. Here's your seat. Looks like you got some weirdo kind of, I don't know, plastic shield around it. That's odd. There's two, I don't know what you'd call these things on this carburetor. Normally that's where your metering rods would go, but there aren't any on this. This plug moves. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Let's find out. Oh, I can't pull it, so I'm not gonna force it. Oh, it pushes. Look at that. So that's what the inside of this looks like. I'm gonna get this out. Looks like it's probably gonna be next size up from 5/16. Pull this. This cowl here is probably gonna come with it. I'm not gonna bother pulling these. I don't know if they're specific, what do you call it? Picky with how far they're turned in or out. But we'll find out, I guess. I'll play with it off camera, and I might pull those. This thing, I have a sneaking suspicion that is going to be this weirdo looking deal on the bottom here. See that? There's like a third one of these accelerator pump looking things. I'll pull that in the next video. I bet you that's gonna come with this little thing down here. It kind of feels like a rubbery diaphragm sort of thing. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be done for the night. I've been out here a little bit of time, and it's a weeknight, so I don't really have that much time to screw around. So I will see you next time I do a video.